Welcome back everyone to another episode of Timberborn Update 6. I am Andrea Dev, and if you're new here and you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and consider subscribing to the channel. It does help a lot. Without further ado, let's jump in. So, in the last episode, we managed to get quite a lot done actually. I am very happy because we managed to fix this aqueduct, and by fix I mean finished. We even had the chance to get the irrigation canal going on, and as you can see, is way better like this, much green, and a lot of things can be fixed right now. So the first things that I would like to do, I want to get the digging industry going on. And by digging industry, I mean like the excavator. So while I'm browsing through all these little, because I never remember where the excavator is. Of course, it's in the landscaping. And as I was saying, I am trying now to find the right place for this excavator. What does it mean, right place? Well, we need to still bring electricity to it, and maybe we want to have a couple of these going on in here. Let's see if we can fit two, like so. This is still floating, isn't it? Alright, so maybe like these? Yeah, two like this should be fine. Now, why I need a couple? Well, it's quite simple. We are gonna do a lot of landscaping and terraforming, and I am a huge fan of terraforming. First thing first, let's try and make sure that it's completely connected. So this is okay. It's kind of like said to us that it's connected. Let's push it forward with the gear, like so. And make sure that these two buildings are connected to each other. I think that like this should work, but just to avoid the hassle later that I need to remove the platform from here, like so. Now, we need the stairs to reach it, of course, and the path. And there we go. This should allow us to build them and make sure that they actually have everything it needs to reach the soon-to-be storage of dirt, which are gonna happen somewhere around in here, in this area. But first, we need to bring electricity there. Now, I was kind of like drawing a plan, and I think that the best course of action in here, it's a very hard one to establish. So because the gear should be vertical instead of being like actually connected to this. Now there is a problem. If I place the gear in here, we are gonna have a hard time having some sort of like connection in here unless I dig through this panel, and which means that I'm gonna have to explode one row of explosive and probably remove these two and just go one row down so beavers can walk on top of here. Let's start by placing dynamite and give them a super high priority. This is because, well, we need to pass electricity before everything else is built. And on top of that, we're probably gonna build some platform, maybe in here and one in here, just to keep this canal empty, you know. Not really needed. Maybe I'm gonna fill it with platform, but so good so far. Also worth mentioning that these stairs are almost done, and they're gonna soon to arrive to this location. So building this scrap metal and be able to get rid of all of this, which is gonna be fine eventually on the long run. But we are in a rush because we still have all of this to get rid of, and yeah, the entirety area need to be, you know, fixed. And once that it's sorted, we are gonna starting the, you know, preparation, I wanna say, of our beautiful sea view timber like beaver condo. It's basically gonna be an area overhanging and looking over this beautiful lake, and it's gonna be connected to some sort of part where our beaver are gonna be having mud bath and everything that's gonna help them having, you know, a little bit of improved health. Also, we are gonna try and start make this area a little bit greener, all of this area a little bit greener, which means that we need to plan ahead to kind of like create some blockage or some way out for this disgusting water to get out that way. So with that being said, I think I'm gonna just start and let it run for now. The drought is approaching, we're not afraid, we are supercharged, we have good water at the moment. All of this is gonna be moved somewhere else because all of this is gonna be very soon dedicated to just farming. Everything it's green should be farmed. And obviously, yes, there is the entirety of our storage. All of these need to be improved, update, and increased, because this is nothing. We want way more. As you can see, everything is filled to the brim, and well, we are just running out of space. And considering that we have now plenty of potato coming in, and our kitchen, bakery and grist mill are all producing, but we are full, we cannot store more, so we need to address that as well. I would say let's start by doing some cleaning. Now, this may not look a lot, but it's gonna be a lot of wood to recover, and that's probably gonna help us increase our production over time, I wanna say. Now, let's get rid of all of these, and we have a beautiful area that we can, do something with it. What it is, I don't know just yet, but we're gonna do something. Much to it would be probably creating a canal where this is arriving. So what does that mean? It means that we have a canal in here, and we have another canal on top of here, and this area, circular area, it's quite dry. So probably would be a good idea to align us another little, I don't know how I would call this, maybe little pond or something similar, and have it there so that we can manage to have more water and more greenery all around, and later on make space for, I don't know, I don't want to do other tree or anything, because I think that we have a lot of wood at the moment. But what we can do is that we can go over our own path and create, I want to say 3 by 3, but obviously there is this in the middle. Now, destroying it will be a big mistake. big mistake. But I am happy to lose a couple of extra tile instead of 3 more, so that we can have a little bit more greener reaching other part. There is a chance that with time I might flat out this area. For the people that don't know my gameplay, I really love square stuff. The more square, the better. Also, we need to start to have some use for all of this, because at the moment we got plenty of path to reach places, but nothing to do with it. So I would like to place first more platform in here, and that's gonna help us doing something quite, I guess that it's a plan for the moment, but having a farmhouse just in here will help us increase the production of food by a lot, I guess. And these specific farmhouse, as you can see, reach all around. Now, should I place it a little bit more centered now that I look at it, so I can cover a bigger radius? No, because I want another farmhouse on the other side. That's gonna be built at some point. We are gonna leave it there. There is no priority at the moment for this, but I'm planning to expand the colony, and for that we're gonna need a great setup for producing food and whatnot. So that's need to happen at some point. Also, all of this is done, and as you can see now, because of the overflow of this reservoir, we are feeding into our little river in here that it's producing and pushing our water wheel. Obviously, at some point we're gonna have a drought. The drought is gonna stop everything, but we are okay with that, because very soon we will start in producing, most of, we're gonna start not producing, sorry, but having batteries, gravity batteries. Now, let me see if I can Oh no, beavers, move along. This was quite hard. Oh no, a beaver died, didn't he? What happened there? Did it disappear? It fell into the map and it disappeared? I mean, like, there is nothing in here that says that that beaver died, isn't it? Okay, I'll take it. No beaver is dead for now. But what I need to do is create now a connection. So that connection need to lead in here, and possibly it's gonna go one deeper. Now let's place a platform in here. Let's create a path and start to give priority to this because, well, it turns out I need to delete all of these just for now and dig one deeper so that the electricity it's kind of like passing underneath. Let's give priority to this now. Perfect. What is it? Shift X? Yeah, so X to just slightly seeing it and Shift X to toggle it on and on, just in case, you know, you're looking forward for this shortcut. Now, another thing that we want to do is that because it's, you know, we have a space there, it would be nice to have a platform. And at some point, we want to get rid of these and change it with a 3-point power shaft at T intersection and give this super high priority. Because obviously, once it's builded, we're gonna be able to have it, well, at least like, you know, mostly connected and connected these two. Because at the moment we're losing 4 wheels, which is unfortunate, but what can we do? This industry in here, I think that we can possibly double down on centrifuge, like so. And I mean, like, do we need more extract? Yes, we do. I think that we need to start store a little bit of these beautiful products somewhere. Another thing is it's now we have all this lumber mill connected. And they do provide quite a huge amount of plank, which is great. We do need them. A little bit farther away from the colony, but eventually we're gonna probably have extra district and whatnot. So yeah, that's it. So as I was saying, this is now is prioritized, and I'm gonna have to wait everything. But let's give slightly priority to all of these as well. Because whatever we're producing today, we need to start getting things going. And by things going, I mean, like, you know, the landscaping production for dirt and whatnot. Also, it's probably worth to have storage in here. And this is gonna be set for dirt. There we go. Drought started. Great. That's not a problem. And it's 6 days, so all good things considered. Let's see, some of these trees, I don't see them being planted or harvested, but also our log storage is like packed, completely packed. It's worth to probably add a couple of extra storage as well. And I mean, like, maple syrup, this is all full. Should I have like a big storage for maple syrup? I mean, like, eventually we're gonna have a big colony that is gonna use a lot of maple syrup. So let's start working on that. And I'll let it build whenever they kind of like have the time to build it, because, well, it is what it is. Alright, so while everything gets builded, planted, or, you know, dynamited and whatnot, I will have to kind of like reorganize the things that I do to reach these places. Because this road in here, it's great, but at the same time, we are kind of like not walking on the path that we are supposed to. So I might just rotate these stairs to go down and have another platform in here, because I kind of like hate this little contraption. But once the dynamite is done, I guess it's done. Probably it's worth to now destroy these, place another dynamite. And what are we missing to arrive and reach this canal? Well, 3 dynamite in here. So let's give priority like so, and that should allow us to at least have this area watered. Now, what am I gonna do in here? It's probably gonna be food production, sorry. And why food production? Well, food production is something that it's gonna constantly be in increasing the demand for, you know, the food demand is gonna just go up and up and up and up, and it's not gonna stop. Another thing that I will probably do, it's make some extra platform in here, like so, and move this farmhouse just a little bit behind, so that it can cover a little bit of extra ground. And we're gonna explode this road eventually very soon, so that these potatoes are, you know, surviving a little bit more. I'm thinking that it's worth to dynamite this entirety of this area in here, but I don't know just yet. For now, it's just a thought. Alright, so what better occasion than the drought to start our beaver condo? And I was kind of like trying to understand where I want everything. And I think that it's possible that this kind of like shoreline in here, it's our golden spot. Because it's gonna be easy to fill it up and easy to like kind of like fix all this little imperfection eventually with time. And I want it at least to level up. So our condo first floor is gonna be in here. Now, why 2? Because I don't think we're gonna be able to fix these more than 2, or to bring it down more than 2, because otherwise it's gonna be an absurd amount of a terrain block or an absurd amount of dynamite. Let's see what we can do. So if we place all of these overhang, which is the most that we can, and we are looking for housing, how much house we can put in here. So if you look, we can probably have an house overseeing and overlooking these, but I would love to have them facing each other, but this is gonna stop the housing from having the view. Now, how can we fix that? There is a chance that we can kind of like sort of replicate. Let me first unlock all of these houses, because they're just gonna be bothering me over time. But we could have something like this, which is not the most performing, if you ask me, but we're gonna be able to give our beaver friends view. And after that, what we need to do is just having, what is it, 3 overhang, like so, and repeat it over and over. Let's see if this actually makes sense, like so. Now, I am not sure that this is the most beautiful contraption that I can come up with, because later I'm gonna still have to give some sort of sense to this overhang. So probably it's worth to have, instead of 3 overhang, oh sorry, 2 overhang, 3 overhang. So I came up with this little design right now, and I somewhat like this, but this design is much better. So basically, I might just destroy this first layer and redo it from scratch, but I think that this is the best design that I can come up with. What we're gonna have is that we are gonna have some extra, I might just add a little bit of extra overhang at the bottom in here, because I had an idea. If I place this, is this in front? Yeah, it is. And I place something like this, like so, I can later at the bottom place all campfire. Now, I might need a little bit of extra space in here, and I need to just adjust the dimension of where we are having our overhang and whatnot, but it looks like the best design so far, because we are gonna have rooftop, at least one for each ground apartment, which means that because these can have 8 visitors, they probably gonna be able to satisfy their need from the rooftop just in front of their house, and it's gonna be one way straight to go back to work, because they are just in here, not very far away. I think that this can work. Now, I'm gonna spend some time cleaning up this design, and I might just have a couple of condos of 4th floor, which means that, not condos, but a couple of rows for now. And I'll see how it looks like, and I'll show you guys the end result of this beautiful structure. I don't know why I'm so happy. It's just like a very well designed. I mean, like, at least I like it. Let me know if you do like this design and if it kind of like gives you some sort of vibes. and I realized that I was starting the decoration process and I want to bring you guys with me. So I did a little bit of modification, just a tiny bit. So instead of the one lodge, I have now three normal lodge, I will assume. I'm having three normal lodge, and the difference is that with the same amount of space, I am actually bringing I think it's one extra beaver, which it's great. At this point, I'll take it. Now, what's missing in here, it's I need to place a little bit more of path for the house in the back, and we should be ready to go. So all of the house are now done. As you can see, we have a rooftop. So I did a little mistake. I thought that I could build in front of this overhang. Unfortunately, for the moment, I can't, because the campfire need to be on the ground. So what I did, for every lodge, I place one campfire in here. Is this a permanent solution? No. I think that we are gonna have a little bit more campfire, but I need to kind of like find a position. Probably all in the back would be good, because they kind of like satisfy the need and they're very close to home and whatnot. But this, it's great solution. Also, I went and kind of like add some aesthetics and other things that, as you can see, all of the beaver are gonna benefit from it, because they just touch the entrance where they walk, which means that they're gonna be affected by it. I think that the most tall building is gonna be 4, just like probably like this one. But at this point, I don't know. I might just place a roof just to have an extra need satisfied. Probably like so, to have it on top. But I don't know. We will see. We will see how it goes. And this is gonna take a huge amount of time, I guess. I'm assuming, especially because I haven't given them no priority for nothing whatsoever. So it's gonna be when it's gonna be, I guess. Now, we do have water. Let's start by enjoying this little bit of cinematic of detonation. Beautiful. Everything is gonna be detonated. And this is the best part. Once this is gonna be destroyed, we are gonna have water coming in. And hopefully this is gonna at least touch this area. Is it? No? Is it not? Oh, darn it. Well, the good news is that we can create a canal in here, in between these two, and possibly give the ability for these to join everywhere else. Now let's get this water settled down. It seems like, yeah, it seems like it reached this side, but because it's not 3x3, it does not water as this. So that might be on me. I might refill that water and just give a 3x3 on this side. So it's gonna be, you know, watering this area. But so far I am okay with this. Anyway, we still need to recover all of this wood. We are probably gonna dynamite the hell out of this place in here, because I mean, like, it's just extra terrain at this point. And we need to understand where is the front of our dam, because we need to clear out this area as well. So I'm happy to see that this park thingamabob of ruin is now reachable, and we do have people there. Maybe 4 is too much, but it's just to get rid of that. They're gonna be back soon to something more important. Now we need to detonate this part and have electricity connected. That's a priority now. And how are we gonna do this? Very simple, like so. And once this is prioritized, built and finished, we should have our dirt excavator. Obviously, once they finish this platform, our dirt excavator done, completely done. I think that they're gonna reach these once they're able to walk on top of it, but it's good for now. I mean, like, yeah, right now it's complaining because it's not connected to any district, but once this is done, that's gonna change. And we're gonna have plenty of dirt. Hopefully we're gonna have 1800 little cube of dirt stored in this storage and ready to be used. This is so important to me, because I love terraforming, so that's gonna be a great step forward. While everything is getting prepared, I think that there is a high chance that this part in here, it's gonna be the fastest instead of taking all this road, but I'm not sure. It's just better that they have multiple way to go around, and it's gonna, you know, make it faster for beaver to commute. Obviously, this is gonna be before, which is before update 7, which is the next on the line. I've just seen some screen share that the devs posted on the Steam page, but it's absolutely mental. We're gonna be able to have solid ground terrain on overhang, which means that you're gonna be able to build actually vertically, fully vertically, and we are gonna be able to have an underground. Well, I mean, it's not an underground, it's a transportation systems, and yeah, it's gonna be absolutely bonkers. And we finally have our electricity connected, which means that once we're gonna start to produce the extract, which we are producing kilometer 0, basically around the corner, we are gonna be able to do most of it. Now, what I'm gonna do is that I want a bed water pump in here. And this is because we are transporting the bed water all across the map. And you know what? Not good. It's not good at all. So let's try and see if we can have it in a spot, in a decent spot. So the water pump goes down too deep. So what am I gonna do is that I'm going to get this ledge here exploded, and this should allow us to have a bed water pump in here, and which at that point this entire source can kind of like cease to exist, or at least this source is kind of like fueling this in here, this centrifuge in here. So I'll let it be for now, but not much of needed in the future, because this area is probably going to be dedicated entirely to food productions and food storings and farming and other things. So another thing is that they already start building this platform, because I give a little bit of a high priority in here. If you look, it's like small medium priority, but yeah, that's like a long way. There is a lot of material going into these. I don't know if they're gonna make the campfire or other things, but yeah, it's gonna require a little bit of time. And would you look at that, we are starting to have some dirt. Well, at the moment it's not stored anywhere because our storage is on its way, but it's look like we are short on gears. And the reason why is that we have just one shop of gear and we are using absolutely all of them. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna change this lumber mill with the gear shop, and that should help somehow increasing our production of gears, because kind of like, you know, we are redistributing everything. Oh, this need to be very high priority because this was let's make it high priority. Yes, this was this little gear connection, so I mean, like, yeah, this still receive power, so good so far. We didn't do nothing that's you know, permanent damage. Let's try and grab these because we don't really need it down there, and we, you know what, I am say goodbye to these resources because I'm not gonna grab them not anytime soon, and they just bother me down there. So with our condo being builded on, you know, seaside, lakeside view kind of thing, we are gonna need a little bit of greenery around this area, and we need to make sure that some of these get stopped. Now, possibly because now this is good water, I can probably place some dam in here, and that should help, I want to say, store a little bit of extra water. But at the same time, we need to sort out the little issue that we are currently having with this bad water. Now, I could just place a tons of dynamite, so once this is built, I create a bridge on this other side, so we are able to reach this little land of ruins, and that's gonna be it. But there is a chance that I'm able to gate this up, and by gate this up, it means that I create hermetic seal in this area so that the bad water doesn't come out, or at least it comes out only on one side until it's filled to the brim, so that we kind of like stop this from being a bridge and it's gonna be a fully blown dam. Why that? Well, if I can fix that part, I can probably from here redirect some water back and have some extra water recovered somehow. Now that's a plan. It's probably going to be very easy for me to create a seal for these specific dams. So the way that I would go about it, I think it's that I'm going to have levee all around it like so, and then have overhang that cover the entirety of the length. I guess it's like this is going to be 5, except for the last one, which is going to be 4 like so. And now what I need to do is that I need to cover the entirety of the sides all along. So like these, and these. And then we are gonna cover this side in here, this side in here, and this side in here as well. Now I leave these two exit, or whatever you want to call it, to place some sluice. And what these sluice are gonna do, for now they're gonna be completely closed once everything is gonna be finished. So covering these, it's gonna allow me to have an hermetic seal around my sluice, and it's gonna block everything. This is a plan. I'm not sure that this is gonna work, but we will see. I could potentially unlock these, which is gonna cost me less, and it's gonna make more sense because they're gonna be able to extract the bad water instead of having it pumped. And I'm gonna use it on the other side as well at the same time. So is this a good investment? I mean, like, we have 6k. We have currently 6,311 science. So I'm assuming it's probably a good investment instead of this monstrosity. I mean, like, it's not a monstrosity. It's like some sort of way around of spending 6k. But at the same time, at the moment, I don't really need more from these. Like, yeah, this dynamite needs to go as a priority, and this floodgate, it's just like that. But after that, I mean, like, I unlocked pretty much everything else that I normally use. Yeah, the book, let's see. Yeah, the mine. I mean, like, the mine is gonna be another big thing. Oh, you know what? I think that this is probably a bad... it's not a bad choice. It's an actual good investment. These are a lot of material, but at the same time, I'm gonna use it in already 2 parts of my map. So yeah, it's happening. I'm getting the science. Hopefully that's gonna help me, you know, with the long run. And let me get rid of everything else. Thank you. It was a great idea, but too much material consumed. So let's see how we can build these. Can we build these like so and have some sort of overhang to build it? I don't want them to go inside and then get sick, get poisoned and whatnot. Yep. We are gonna have a road that goes to our bad water pump. So this should, let me give a little bit of priority to these so that they prioritize building this overhang and whatnot. Anyway, they're not going to be able to reach here, but this is going to completely stop our bad water from this side. Then we're still gonna need to fix this other side in here, and in here we probably gonna be able to do whatever I was doing before. So basically placing this levee in here, overhang and whatnot. I'm not gonna do it just yet, but that's something that's gonna come. In here, I'm not gonna stop it just yet because at the moment we are using it. So we are using this bad water pump location, so it's needed. And not only we're pumping bad water, but at the same time we are actually getting power from the bad water. So, you know, double advantage. This is gonna take a little bit of time probably to finish. And we are very close to this underground pile. Obviously, once the gear are gonna be completely done and the gear shop are gonna be on their way. Yep. What's happening in here? Unable to get all the required material. They don't have plank because we are using all the plank for other stuff. I mean, like, that's where we are using them for, but what is it? It's some building are not accessible, isn't it? Well, that's easy because they haven't built these stairs just yet, I think, because we don't have plank. What's happening in here? You guys are slacking. You're supposed to produce plank. Let's prioritize these by the haulers. We definitely have plenty of logs at the moment. Let's see if we can increase our lumber mill productions. Obviously, this is gonna require planks to... Oh no, only logs. All right, and let's get these sorted. I mean, like, it look like to me we are powering through, so I'm not too much worried about it just yet. It's gonna require a little bit of time. I'd let it run and see how it goes. Probably just before the drought, maybe we're gonna be at a better point. I can definitely see that there is a huge use of this campfire, so we are probably gonna go with our first terraforming operation, where I'm gonna extend these and yeah, give it a little bit of priority so I can place more campfire on top of it. Now, I noticed that the beaver was like having some problem, and his hunger is super high when they go to sleep, so maybe they are too far away and I need to shorten the distance. Which brings me to my next point, the storage and where he's supposed to be. So because this at the moment is the core of our production, I do think that this position, this kind of location in here, it's just fine for a storage solution, somewhat of a storage solution. I do generally, I would assume that this position is strategic because it's in the center of our entire district. So we're gonna have more food produced in here and more food down there. Probably wood more than food. But one thing is for sure, is that this is centralized, obviously. So I might start getting some of these exploded down to be leveled. So what does that mean? I would like to have this part here completely removed so that I can place storage and some sort of floating storage facility, which it's gonna include everything that is food related and some product, not everything, but some. But the best way for me to start this is to decide some sort of line. So this line, probably it's what's gonna drive this production. I think that this line, it's just fair because we already have stairs and a path that goes this way. So if we cleared out this little area, which should be no problem, we should be able to recover some of the... Actually, let me think 1 second through, because I could potentially exploit these overhang. Instead of get rid of it, I'm just gonna get rid of this front part. Let me put in pause 1 second everything, because I need to think about it. This needs to be like a ponder decision. So definitely this area down here needs to go, but I don't think I want to get rid of these or these. Actually, I'm going to lift them. If I lift them though, I'm not gonna be able to build like a road that goes underneath it, isn't it? Because right now I can just place 2 overhang in here, or 3 at this point, probably 3, it's gonna be the magic number, and create 1 overhang like this and 6 like this. So this part, it's just gonna be overing on top of our town, and this is gonna be some sort of our main branch of the town. Might just remove these and move it 1 notch ahead, because most of this storage is gonna go anyway. So if I need to plan it ahead, because once this storage is gonna be placed down, it's gonna be very hard to kind of like guess where you want everything to be. But as far as this look like, there is no point for me to dynamite this top part in here. So if I choose to have this entire city, this entire platform, sorry, overhanging that way, it should give me the ability to place a ladder in here, in these places, so they can go vertically all across the spine of the city, which is gonna be something like this. I'm just gonna trace it for, you know, for posterity, yeah. and that should kind of like help me find a better solution somehow over time. But yes, I will just get rid of this front part, the entirety of this front part, but not this one. Yeah, yeah. Let me replace the dynamite and I'll show you the final product, I guess. Okay, so let's get this ledge cleared out so I can kind of like explain what's my thought process for this this little project, which is a preparation for what's come after. So basically I am clearing out this area, and not only clearing it out, but it's gonna be even easier for me to add some extra bits and bob. And once these bits and bob, I quote bits and bob, are gonna be done, I will be able to place down an overhang like so everywhere. And this is gonna be my starting point for the top city. Maybe I'm gonna move some of these somewhere else, but that's gonna be the beginning. Why does it does not like it because of this building, isn't it? Well, it does make sense. We might move all the worker on top of here. It sounds like it's a great spot to have some sort of army of workers everywhere, and they're gonna be closer to this storage, which is gonna be amazing. But yeah, this is gonna be very, very low priority. We are not even gonna be, you know, bother with all of this. Actually, not the underneath it. The underneath part, it still need to come sooner, like rather sooner than later. But yeah, this is it's coming along pretty good, and the campfire is done. They finished these little bits and bob in here, which is great. I'm wondering, should I just dynamite this part to make it even? I'll just leave it. You know what? It's gonna be in the water, and once the water is back, it's gonna be great. I am happy that this ladder solution, it's kind of like sorting me out. I don't have to worry about creating weird staircases, which was it was a thing before. I used to create this beautiful weird staircases situation, so yeah, not ideal at the time, but I appreciate it now. I'm very happy to see that this entire storage, it's kind of like working its way through its functionality, is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. This statue in here is just for, you know, being pretty, but it's not really giving any beaver aesthetic and whatnot. So yeah, that's sad but understandable at the same time. I just gonna remove this inside before I forgot, like so. Bush, there we go, perfect. And also this part in here needs to go. This is all preparation for kind of like looking forward to increasing the size of our this farm. It's now in here, and you know what, I am gonna start and plant something. What it is, I don't know just yet, because we got tons of carrots and we got tons of wheat, so I don't know what we are missing at the moment. It sounds like we are very short in I guess I want to say, once the wheat is gonna go, maybe sunflower field, because we have the smallest field in here that we have, it's sunflower. Maybe I can divide half in sunflower and half in something else. So I'll give these like sunflower, but not down there, please. Thank you, because otherwise it's gonna have to cross the border every time. It's gonna be annoying. And the other one, it's gonna be, I mean, like, we do have a tons of potato, and we do have wheat as well. Plenty of dandelion. I mean, like, it's not plenty, but it's enough for now. The dandelion, I don't know exactly what to do with it. What we do have a short, it's like cattle roots and chestnut, which we don't have a storage for the moment. Not a big anyway, not a big storage for both of them. Oh wow, they already placed down the dynamite. Well, let's get this party started, I guess. Is it gonna help with the water solution? A little bit. Enough for us to notice it, I guess. Let's get rid of these two things, and we might as well just create the canal in the meantime, because we do have plenty of dynamite, and you know what, we don't have a lot. I mean, like, now that I look at it, do I want to create the canal there? Quite annoying, because if I create the canal there, I'm still gonna have to create a road around this farmhouse. And if I create just somewhere in the middle, like in here, I'm gonna be taking some of the green, but then we recover all of this. So is this bigger than this stripe? Well, one way only to, you know, do the calculation. It's like making sure that all of this is accessible. Actually, let's place down a road as well, because I don't know if everything is reachable, if all of these paths are reachable. And we're gonna remove it later. Eventually we're gonna get rid of it. They already did cleared out, well, not cleared out, but placed down this part. Actually, I don't know why I have these in here. Let me fix this. There we go. That should be basically our main connection, and I'm gonna get rid of this road once it's done. Let's give it a little bit more extra priority, and I'm happy that they're gonna be able to finally get some of this stuff, but it's just log, and we just have plenty of log. If there was plank in it, that would have been, oh yeah, there is some plank. Let's try and get these prioritized, because I think the sluice was there, so we can recover some plank, which we are kind of like short at the moment. And look at that, the dynamite is already basically completed. I don't want to just use the dynamite just yet, because I would love them to grab whatever it's down there. What else? Let's see. It's very interesting that most of these this building at the moment, they are working at full capacity. I have another playthrough that I'm doing on another game, the private game. And hey, why are they building this? What are they placing? Ah, they're just placing log and metal blocks. It's just plank. We're missing all the plank. Yeah, as I was saying, I'm doing another playthrough, and it feels like on the other one that there is so much blockage that they're gonna have, because they constantly having you know what, not gonna be able, I'm not gonna be afraid of not being able to reach places, and that dynamite I can place it at any point in time later. But right now what I can do is I can have this beautiful explosion clear out this path in between these two roads, and I'm assuming that this is the place that is in the middle. I mean, like, I don't need to assume. I can just what is it, shift X down, and if I do a quick calculation, it's like 24, 25 tiles if you count the road, which mean that somewhere around here it's where the dynamite should be. So let's grab this tree, and obviously I put the wrong tree, sorry. There we go. And let's give 3 on the other side as well. In the meantime, I even thought that possibly we gonna expand this canal as well, and allowing a little bit of, is it aligning? I don't think it's aligning with this one of 12 or whatever this distance was, but that should be plenty. At least we now have a little bit of water in here, which should help quite a lot. I mean, like, we do have plenty of water in this reservoir, so in here is gonna be plenty done. Let's explode and detonate this area, and as you can see, now everything is, well, green, evergreen. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Now what's left is to create a path with platforms, and possibly if I move this farmhouse on this other side and flip it, I can create a space in here. Let's see. Let's start by giving a little bit of explosive in here. And I mean, like, platform require plank, so I'm just gonna give a low priority to this plank for now. All of these can kind of wait. This is like a plan. This is what we need to do in order to have it done in the future. Let's detonate these. Perfect. Let's place another form in here. Boom. Perfect. Now this path is gonna be removed at some point, and we're gonna have everything here done. Let's give a little bit of high priority to these so that we can kind of like clean up and start well, planting most but yeah, hopefully this is gonna affect a little bit of this area. I don't want to continue having platform in here just yet. It's not needed at the moment, and yeah, that's gonna be stopping. Wow, it's a lot of water. Okay, that kind of like sorted himself, and yep, let's prepare. Are these reachable? Yeah, they're reachable. Every one of these is gonna be planted very soon. And let's enjoy a little bit this cinematic and see how much water we can store and how much green we can have all around. Look at that. That's a huge portion of green. And you know what? I think that it's now the time to get rid of these three that they've been left out, they've been left behind while we kind of like cleaned up the area. So we now have a huge green area. We are slowly reclaiming all of this terrain, and we need to prepare because most of these we're gonna have to give purpose to that. And at the moment we do not have the storage to handle everything that's in here, so it's not a big deal, but eventually it will be. So I would say let's start by planting some sunflower in here. Most likely we're gonna explode this pot in here as well. Actually, more than most likely, definitely we will, so we can have at least a little bit of this area watered, so this sunflower can benefit from a little bit of extra green. This platform, it's unbelievably, we're just missing plank. We are going, we are chewing through plank like no tomorrow, and I think that one of the problem is not only that they need to haul all the wood from there to the storage to the lumberjack, which is in this area. Now, not a big problem, but definitely is not helping our consumption of water, what am I saying, of wood and production of lumber. So yeah, that's that. Very happy that our mining situation here is going on. Our underground pile is just missing gears, but they're slowly being produced, I guess. This is just not being prioritized. We will still not be able to fill all of the need just yet, but that's happening as well. And we have this bed water pump. Now, I would love for us to be able to get everything done in this episode, but this episode was already way too long. So I will have to kind of like cut short and leave everyone on a cliffhanger, but this is definitely our seaside view project that we are gonna work on, and I'm excited. I'm just super excited to see it happening very soon. But unfortunately, that is gonna be a wrap for today's episode. So thanks for joining me on our journey of engineering the mega colony in Timberborn. I hope you had as much fun as I did playing. Be sure to subscribe for more episodes, and do drop a comment below, let me know what you like to see next. Thanks for watching, bye!